hope the audio is okay. So tomorrow we're finalizing the purchase of this old house in northern Kyoto, and this is going to be the new series on this channel. And since both me and my wife are architects, we will be taking care of this whole design process ourselves. So hopefully that's going to be something interesting for you to check out. And consider this episode as a pilot to the series, where I'm going to be introducing you to the main character of the show, which is this house right here. Okay, so the house and how we bought it will be introduced in the next episode. In this one, we will just be kind of walking around, looking around, and seeing, what's the damage. For example, this. See here? That's termite damage. I really hope that that's just weather damage, but yeah, those are termite holes right there. So this, if it goes deeper in, is going to be expensive. Immediately, the neighbors came and gave me some cold coffee because it's freaking hot. So the house is old, like really old, and has been abandoned for past 3 years or so. So basically, it's going to be a full restoration. That the door doesn't close, and the ceiling here, very wet. Which means that, well, I guess this whole corner right here is rotten through, including the floor. So we will know much more once we tear down the surface finish and we actually see the structure. And of course, there are some nice areas about this house, in this house. This is being one of them. Yeah, this is one of the 2 first floor tatami rooms. Soft, of course, the tatami mats will be replaced, but generally speaking, this is a Machiya, which is a more traditional, old style type of a Kyoto house. And these kind of rooms are what we love. But I guess the question is, why would we buy a house in Japan when we work and live between Sweden and Lithuania and we don't have a Japanese residency permit? And have we considered the logistics of this whole situation right here? And the answer to that would be... And this whole area right here, this whole room right here was built later, right? So you can see a difference in the surface finish, and in generally speaking, it's not that great. You can also see some water damage right there. Let's make this a little bit darker. Right there, dripping from the skylights here. So this is a boo-boo. This will need to go. And we will be removing all of this. This, where I'm standing right here, is going to be a garden. Let's go upstairs. Then here we have our one of the 2 tatami rooms of the 2nd floor. And they are both in a pretty good condition. And some good news. It has been raining for past week or so, and there are no spots. The ceiling is dry, and everything seems to be good. A-okay. So, of course, the 2nd floor, this is going to be the main area for hanging out and so on. This receives much more light. And I'm quite optimistic about the roof. Oh my god, it's hot. It's really hot. I'm quite optimistic about the roof. So let's go and check it out. here it is. And it's pretty hard to see, but I don't really see any rot or any kind of a termite damage. So I'm actually really happy. I'm happy about this. This is going to be great. So that's it. That's the house as it is right now. And we have begun doing some measurements, taking some measurements. We have begun 3D scanning and so on, but I will be covering that. I will talk much more about that in the future. And speaking of future, the next video that I'm going to publish in this series is going to be about how we purchased this house, how we searched for it, what kind of resources we had, and so on. From start to finish, I'll try to cover everything that I possibly can about it, and in the end tell you, how we got it, actually without even being here in Japan. And if you don't want to wait for it, it's already available for Patreon supporters as well as YouTube members. Supporters of this channel get the episodes earlier on, so the next episode is always available for them. Check it out in the link in the video description below. So hopefully this series will be interesting to you as a viewer, and honestly, hopefully it's going to be interesting to us. I know it's going to be interesting to us. I'll see you in the next one. Later. Next month's video is already out on Patreon. If you support the channel, you can see it now. And also ask me questions here.